on the topic of second incomes, I kind
You
of
want to talk
believe you.
about him, don't you? You want to talk about him.
Well, it's up to you. I
So obviously, yeah, go for it. Most people have a midlife crisis, and
yeah.
they go and buy a sports car, whatever, and so on. I didn't have I didn't have a midlife crisis as such, but I did have a midlife shift, definitely. You could definitely say that 2007, literally down to November 2007, when the new James Bond came out. Uh, Everybody thought it was going to be rubbish. I don't know if you remember when Daniel Craig was launched as
Casino.
the new Bond,
Yeah. He
and
couldn't
he rode,
drive the Aston. He couldn't do all this stuff.
and he was dropped off at Tower Bridge by the Navy, and he had his little
Yeah.
life belt on,
Yeah. Do you know what? I remember it really quite well, actually. But
big floppy hair.
I think Casino Royale is one of the best Bond films ever made.
Oh. So when it came out, yes, it is. It is in my opinion, it is the best. The best. The opening scene, the free running, the
Yeah.
parkour running, uh, awesome film. So anyway, I went and saw it, and then my wife back then, uh, she said, "Oh, you look a bit like Daniel Craig." I said, "Oh, thank you very much. That's nice. It's better than Jaws. I'll have that."
What's she
Uh,
after?
oh, oh. Yeah. So she was an entertainer, and she said, "Oh, I think you can make some money out of this. Make some money out of this." So I said, "Oh, do you?" She said, "Yeah, yeah." So yeah, I think you could, you could be a lookalike. I I haven't really thought of lookalikes back then, so I said, "Okay, yeah, fine, yeah, I'm always game to have a little go at something." So I went to Burton's and got uh, a suit, which wasn't a very great suit. Little clip-on bow tie,
Yeah.
all this. Oh.
Not
And
not Savile Row tailor made
it
like the
was
man
not.
himself.
It
No.
was not. No. And I took a few little pictures and sent them off to some lookalike agencies, and it was just hitting at the right time because the film came out and there wasn't any Daniel Craig lookalikes out there because nobody had ever heard of him. So when my picture went in, they said, "Oh, yeah, yeah, he's popular." I subsequently, since then found out that the most popular. Go on, what was the most popular lookalike? Have a guess. What do you think the most popular lookalike of all time has been?
Of all time. I don't know. I guess the one that sprung to mind first, I don't know why, is Marilyn Monroe.
Very true. Very true. I'd say the number one has been the Queen lookalike,
Okay.
not Freddie Mercury, the actual Queen. Royal families do very well. Marilyn Monroe is definitely up there. But then also Bond. The Bond theme was very good, very popular. The reason why is because lots of companies have um, their events, their balls, their dinners, and everybody's turning up in black ties and
Yeah.
women are always dressed up. So easiest way to actually theme an event is, oh, don't come to our summer ball, come to our James Bond summer ball, you know. And all they got to do is just throw a few, playing cards on the
Yeah.
table, have some martinis on the bar,
Hmm.
and then get some lookalikes to actually greet the guests coming in. So actually, Bond is a very popular one. So it wasn't so much. I'm not so much a Daniel Craig lookalike. I'm a James Bond lookalike. You know,
Okay.
and so anyway, I sent the pictures off, and yeah, we got some. Yeah, we got some work pretty quick on, and then I think probably about 2 months in, 2 months in, after I had a, because also the local newspaper, Anglia TV, they sent a reporter down. Oh yes, you
Of
can
course I
you can
did.
see it now already. They sent it down, and an interviewer came down, and he was dressed up as Q. It was so bad. And it was in my studio, and I had Trevor, my assistant, with me, and and I don't know. He bought this. He bought this cucumber. Sounds wrong.
Yeah.
He bought his cucumber, and I picked it up. He said, "Oh, careful, Bond. That's not a cucumber. That's a bazooka." And and then it was balanced on this fishing wire. Oh my god! It was anyway. It was yeah. Very, very bad. So anyway, within about 2 months, I got my first proper gig aboard for Monaco, and I thought, right, I need to actually do it properly now. So
What,
I actually,
you went to Monaco, to the casino, presumably,
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
as a Bond lookalike?
Oh yeah, yeah. So this was probably about 3 months after I started doing it. I went to there's a big corporate event in Monaco, and I thought, right, I can't go in my little old Burton suit, with my little,
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse
Take it
watch
take
on.
it seriously now.
So I got to take it seriously. So I went and I got a Jeeves and Hawkes suit, £700, Kurt Geiger shoes, uh, bow tie, the full works. Ordered my fake Amiga Seamaster watch from China, £80, because I couldn't afford a real one. And then also I got a friend who was an actor, bless him. I said, look, give me some pointers. I don't know what to do. I just got to turn up there and just, walk around. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
So he gave me some advice. He had looked at Casino Royale, and he said, right, okay. So when he walks into a room, he lets the people come to him. Okay, he doesn't go in there and say, hello. You just got to, enter the room, be
Yeah.
brooding,
Presence.
whatever, control the room, and then
Yeah.
you've got to slightly dominate the conversation. Okay, right, yeah. Okay, brooding, domination, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I got there, and they took over this whole hotel, and each room was themed for a different film. And I was in one. I can't remember the film I was in. Anyway, I was standing outside the door, 7 o'clock. That's when all the guests were coming in. It was a big corporate event. There was also an Odd Job there. There's a Jaws there. There was Shirley Bassey there. There was Jugglers
Nice.
there. I mean, And I can remember I was standing there looking around this gorgeous hotel thinking, what am I doing here? I haven't got a clue what I'm doing here. I haven't got, not a Scooby-Doo. What am I going to do there? So all these people come in there, and so I'm, okay, brooding, control the situation. There's me, my tux, whatever. And first person comes up to me, where's the cloakroom? Do you know where the cloakroom is? Second person, are you serving drinks? Oh God, it was. Oh God, I think I'm a waiter. Because everybody knows what Sean Connery looks like. I
Yeah.
mean, he is the classic one. Daniel Craig, new boy in the block. He wasn't so well known. So that's when I had to sort of like, conjure up this this persona, which it took a few years actually to. I mean, there's another gig I did where I turned up 400 people in this room. The event organizer saying, "Okay, you've got an hour and a half. Just go in and mingle and just mingle with them all.
Yeah.
It's just you." And it wasn't overly themed as a Bond thing. It was just sort of like a dinner dance, and they just put. So I went in there, control the situation. Good evening. You're looking very lovely today. And and the woman sort of looked at me. She looked at me. She said, my husband's at the bar. He plays rugby. He's bigger than you. I wouldn't say that again. Oh God. So then it wasn't until I actually thought, right, okay, I'm not Steve the photographer pretending to be James Bond. I am James Bond. And then literally, so then is when I did that. Then I put the coat on, put the jacket on, whatever, chest puffs out, and then I walk. And the joke is, you walk it to a gig, and the client is there. The first thing they do to all lookalikes is they look at you.
Yeah.
Because they've only seen the photo. Oh yeah. Oh, you do look like him. Oh, that's good. And second thing, what shall I call you? Shall I call you James? Or shall I call you Daniel? I said, you can call me whatever you want. And it's bizarre, and yeah, you just start playing into that little persona, and then that just gives you far more confidence. And beforehand, when I had a gig, it used to be 3 days before I'd start worrying about it.
Yeah.
Get up there before I go out onto it. I have to go to the toilet, whatever. Because you have to go. You've got to go and host. Events. In
Yeah.
front of 300 or 400
You're
people or
putting on a
whatever.
show, aren't you?
You definitely are.
Yeah.
And the trouble is, if they see a bit of fare, oh, they're in there like jackals. Especially when you're walking around
Yeah.
doing meet and greet, and you've got some bunch of lads, whatever. God, my grandma looks more like fucking Bond than
You
you
don't
do,
look you
whatever.
look nothing like him,
Yeah,
mate. Yeah.
and that's when you just come back with some witty little one-liners or whatever. But so it's been good.